year ago, Luara and Cheryl stopped by the studio. A little bit. It's all good. They can't hear you if you had a cough. It's all good. Luara and Cheryl stopped by the studio about a year ago, right? And in a little bit, in a lesser mood than we are today, currently. And a little tizzy. And then after you stopped by the show, well, I think it's pretty safe to say the community rallied behind you.
That's amazing.
Now, take me through this. So we were on because the frog fountain was busted last year, correct?
Correct. Someone had, for the fourth time, stolen our frog.
Stolen it. That's okay. That's what I'm remembering now. I can't remember what I had for breakfast sometimes, you know?
Right.
Well, we came on, and we were a little bit less jovial because, you know, this was the fourth time it happened. We were just trying to get some help. Yeah. And I don't know what happened or who you prayed to that morning, but the skies opened up and it seemed like everybody in the area reached out and supported, and the news station called you.
Yes. We were on Channel 2 News 4 times. And, you know, a couple times during the summer and afterwards. And it just took my breath away.
Yeah.
It really, really did. And we also had a really special thing happen. A gentleman walked up to the fountain one day when we were there working, and he said, "My mother passed away not too long ago, and she loved your frogs." Whenever they lived about an hour outside of town, I'm not sure where, but he said whenever he'd come to town, they would come to town. They always had to go through North Alton and stop so she could stare at the frogs for a while in the fountain.
That's so cool.
I know. And he said she passed away, and he's got her frog, and he wanted to give us this pond frog that spit water. So it's like, oh my gosh. So, you know, a few weeks later, he dropped it off, and we had this new frog. And it was very worn, and it was very old, but it was a cool frog. So we took it down to our new wonderful friends at East Alton Wood River Seed and Feed, because they donated our concrete frog that we have sitting on the rock.
Oh, that's right.
One.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. They had made it and painted it for us and donated it to the fountain. It was amazing. And so then I took our new fountain frog down there, and they painted it for me, and it is beautiful.
That is wonderful.
It is so cool, and we have it up there now. And Mr. New Frog is much. He was made many years ago, so we had to get bigger hose, but
it was some work, huh?
Nah.
But you know what I think's cool is that what a great tribute to a wonderful woman, you know, that loved what you guys were doing up there, and now part of her legacy can live on a little bit.
I know.
In your island.
I know, and that gentleman never left me his name or anything, but it was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I hope he recognizes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hope he does too whenever he comes by and just gets to stop and go, you know what? This is where it needs to be.
Yes, yes.
So
and it
cool.
looks great.
It looks good up there.
Does it?
Yeah, it's bigger than the one we had.
Yes,
Well,
much better.
Now, I got a question to ask too. Does it operate a little bit more efficiently being an older fountain? Because sometimes those older pieces really do look and work the best.
Yeah. Actually, there's not a whole lot to function about it, but still, it is nice.
That's cool.
And it's much more easier to spot and see because it's bigger. So.
Well, and take me through all the other updates and improvements that have happened over in the North Alton corridor.
Well, I know for me personally, I had been shying away from annual flowers because we wanted to keep coming back up each year. But you know what? After we got everything done last year, it's like we really need some new flowers here too. So we put in some annuals, which absolutely took off and looked beautiful last year. I can't believe the number of people who stopped and said thank you to us. It really looked great.
Yeah.
And then I was so surprised and bowled off my feet. Element Landscaping, I went to them because Cheryl and I have worked on the mulch, for 5 years. And it was always a issue. We would have them dump it in the parking lot by the fountain, and then we would have to carry it over with carts and fill it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it took us days.
I bet.
Yeah. So this last year, I decided, since we have some donations, and I went to Element Landscaping, and they said, sure, we can landscape it for you. And so finally, they put us on a date, and they went up there. Oh my gosh, the new landscaping mulch is beautiful.
It is beautiful because I drive by it every day. It looks wonderful.
It looks awesome. They did a fantastic job. And I went to them to pay for it, and they donated it.
And that was Elemental?
Yes.
That's really cool. A big shout out to another
Element.
Element. Okay,
Yeah.
Another great local company doing some
know.
good stuff.
I know. And that one totally took me by surprise.
It was wonderful.
Well,
It was.
especially when it's that much of a job, and to have it done for free is just
I know.
a godsend.
Well, and guess what? I said, well, how long did it take you guys to do it? And she said, she looked it up on the computer. She said, oh, they were there half an hour. And I'm like,
and
what were we doing? What were we doing?
So I got to ask about the black tarp.
Well, actually, when we very first started up at the fountain, we had, lots of garbage, lots of car parts, lots of weeds.
It was terrible.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
So we got totally the weeds taken down, and we found underneath the soil 4 layers of black tarp. Yeah, and I do not hate black tarp, but you use it under rock. You do not use it under mulch or plants.
Yeah.
When you want something to grow.
Yeah.
Because it blocks the soil. When we pulled up that tarp, the mulch underneath was white.
I bet it was. It was all. It had no nutrients in it at all.
None, and it was giving no nutrients to any flower or whatever. The only thing that would grow would be the weeds. So we spent a whole summer getting all that black tarp up.
And the bushes.
And the bushes and everything we did to get it where it is today.
That's incredible.
I know. It's really been great. And then now it's led to, ta-da, a new project.
A new one. Here we go. Fill me in. I'm excited. This is always cool to talk about.
I know. This one, honestly, please, I need help. Please, I need help. It starts out kind of sad.
Okay.
My nephew in October was killed in an auto accident down at Henry Street and 67 at the stoplights there. And it was very, very hard. But we went down there and had a big group show up to release the doves for Anthony. And I'm looking at this garden there on the corner of Henry and 67, and I'm going, oh my gosh. My sister had put up a cross for my nephew, and I said, no, this isn't going to work. So I said, I'll take on this fountain.
Yeah.
So anyway, I contacted the owners of that property because it was not city property like the fountain in North Alton.
Right.
And they gave their okay.
No way. That's
Yes,
amazing.
I know. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And that was back in November. So now here it is March, and I'm down there starting to work on it, and I discovered, guess what?
Black.
More black
tarp. Oh no.
Yeah. And it's like, I remember seeing them put it down and doing it a couple of years ago. Well, now, of course, there's nothing but weeds. They coming up. There's no. It looks. They spent a lot of time and money on that, and it needs to look pretty.
It does.
Yeah. So anyway, my agreement with the owners is that they get the landscapers back to take up the black tarp, and then I will start on it. And anybody who wants to help me, truly, I beyond need help on this.
Well, this is a very important
Yes.
piece and in a very important location. Not,
Yes.
you know, and
right by the park.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and especially too, you know, to hear some of the backstory to this and how much of a personal, you know, mission this really is going to become.
Yeah.
I mean, this is right at the corner of 67 and Henry.
Correct. So it's the school board building is now taken over the building there. It used to be the old Germania
Yeah.
Bank.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm old. But so anyway, that's where it is, and it's right on the corner. There's a kind of a half circle of trees and bushes there, and it's mulched, but it's now got weeds growing all over everywhere.
Right.
So as soon as the mulch comes, or the black tarp comes up, I'll be moving in.
What do we need from the public?
I need volunteers to
Yeah.
pull all the weeds out of there, and I want to plant some new plants down there and redo it. But I truly need some help.
Well, and this would be something, and seriously, folks, if you have the opportunity, if you have the finances to maybe even help, you know, with some contributions, this is the project to really help out for the summer. And, you know, by all accounts, anyone that knew your nephew knows how wonderful of a person he was too.
He was.
And a
was.
wonderful family. Your sister's a wonderful person too.
Yeah.
And if we could help out with this, this would be one of the coolest things that we could do. So if you're at home right now and you have some volunteer hours to give this summer,
That's right.
or maybe even just a little bit of a donation to help purchase some needed landscaping, some needed plants, you name it, this
Right.
is the way to do it. What's the phone number?
Okay, they can go ahead and reach out to me directly. It'll probably be the easiest, and I'm at 618-604-9203. And again, my name is Laura.
And Laura, I got a proposition for you.
Okay.
Okay, hear me out here.
All right.
How long is this going to take you?
It's, you know, it's hard to, it's not going to be years like we did
Yeah.
up in North Alton. I honestly believe we'll get it done this summer. And then that way it will be set so that it continues in momentum. I'm not doing it to redo it every year. So,
Why don't we do this if it's okay?
okay.
Every month leading until it's done, you join me on this show and give us an update and what else you need.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we'll write about it and we'll call to action it and we'll get
That would
this
be
done.
wonderful.
Because this is something that does mean a lot, and we're going to make sure it gets tackled this summer. Does that sound good?
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Why don't we do
really
it? We'll
does.
set it up once a month,
Really
and
does.
we'll come back and we'll update us, and then we'll do a call to action each month on what we still need left for this project.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're making my heart beat. I am so.
No, it's
Oh my
because you two's work and commitment to North Alton and that island was amazing. But now this project means a lot, and we're
Yeah.
going to get it done.
And the owner of the property, which is Simmons Company,
Yeah.
they put their trust in me. They've given me full reign to do whatever I want on that corner. And we've earned that because of what we did in North Alton.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So Cheryl and Laura, you aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I need you
No.
back in May. I need you back in June, and I need you back once a month until we get this completed. Okay?
Oh my gosh, CJ, that's amazing.
No problem. No, seriously,
That
this
really is amazing.
we'll get this done.
Yeah, the more we can keep talking about it, the more help we'll get. And you know, the first time I went down there, I was driving through Upper or Middletown to get down to bottom of Henry Street, and there were groups of people out picking up trash. It was the trash weekend day where they'd go out and pick up trash along the highways and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that there's a lot of people out there who want to help,
Yeah.
who want to do something that's really productive. And this the park is having several concerts this summer, and this is right after you come off the bridge, and we want to put our best face forward for that.
100%, and we're
Yeah.
going to get it done. So why don't
Okay.
we do this? This is step one of many.
Whoa.
We're going to get some writing out. We're going to get some calls to action out, and we're going to be talking to Laura and Cheryl until we get that corner of Henry and Landmarks Boulevard looking beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you both for all the commitment you give our landscape.
Thank you.
10:43 is the time. We'll take a quick break. Eagle Fest. We're going to learn more about it. I'm running behind, but we're going to catch up right after this in the heart of the 618.